Facing eviction, a family in Whatcom County is hoping for a miracle, but it's not money that they need. It is a change of heart.
As Fox 13's Matthew Smith reports, the Nooksack tribe removed almost 300 people from its tribe. Now, in the final chapter of a years-long saga, the tribe is looking to remove some of the last families from their homes.
For 12 years, not knowing if we're going to be living in these homes the next day, that's been our reality.
Sitting around the dining room table in Norma Aldridge's home.
It's something that's bitter. That's why did they do this?
The pain of what this family is about to lose hangs in the air. They've been told they need to leave their homes by 8 a.m. on November 29th.
It's not right.
Wilma Rabang, Norma, and Michelle Roberts represent 3 different families on the verge of eviction. 4 others are expecting their own eviction papers in the coming days. This is Indian country. It's the Nooksack tribe, to be specific. More than a decade ago, the tribe said roughly 300 of their members were not, in fact, Nooksack. They questioned whether they were indigenous at all. So despite years of payments on homes, the Nooksack Housing Authority says keys and deeds don't belong to them. Instead, that'll go to other families within the 2,000-member tribe. Now, after declining a sit-down interview, Nooksack leadership told Fox 13 via email, "It's sad that evictions are happening, but we have hundreds of families that need housing, including elders," adding, "The tribe has been really generous with the amount of time these individuals have had in the homes after disenrollment." During that time, Michelle has been fighting. We caught up with her delivering legal arguments to the tribal court earlier this year. She's become the de facto legal representative for her extended family despite no legal background. That's because their attorney, Gabe Galanda,
they feel left for dead, putting it bluntly,
was barred from practicing within the Nooksack court. His last attempt to represent them led to tribal police being called in.
The sad reality is that tribal nations wield so much political influence now through gaming wealth that the politicians in Olympia and Washington, D.C., Democrats, by the way, progressives, by the way, are afraid that if they do something at Nooksack to prevent human rights abuse, they will somehow be accused by some other tribe, perhaps a gaming tribe, of affronting tribal sovereignty. So they won't. They simply look away to protect their careers.
In a rare move, the United Nations has gotten involved, issuing statements and even calling on the Biden administration to step in to stop human rights abuses. The Interior Secretary, Deb Haaland, would have the authority to do so, but has never commented on the matter, despite media attention and my own inquiries. Instead, her assistant secretary under the Bureau of Indian Affairs tells Fox 13, quote, "There is still time for the Nooksack tribe to treat its community members with dignity and respect, and it is our hope that it will." Similar calls to Senator Maria Cantwell have spurred a single-sentence response, a spokesperson writing, "I hope the Nooksack Indian tribe will work with their community members."
We're a family with no country right now because the federal government doesn't want to step in, because of sovereignty. The Nooksack tribe doesn't want to help us because they say we're not indigenous.
And that's the crux of this story, sovereignty. There are 574 federally recognized tribal nations. Nooksack leaders say their right to govern themselves is paramount here. And due to our nation's history with tribes, few would dare to step on sovereignty. Though the disenrolled families say that fear has allowed tribes to essentially weaponize disenrollment because the only people they can appeal to are the very people kicking them out.
But while Michelle says they belong,
Identity, birthright, our culture is here.
the Nooksack tribe says they're ready to move on. In fact, they tell us they, quote, look forward to conveying these homes to qualified Nooksack tribal citizens as soon as possible. So what happens on Friday is anyone's guess. In Whatcom County, Matthew Smith, Fox 13 News.